inside. Being pushed away and denied. My heart was truly hers to confide. In this glass of red wine.
What's up? I'm Xavier Keyz. Welcome to the behind the making of the album Red Wine. As you can see, it's a little trivia here. That's the whole theme of this album is trivia. I wanted to make this video for the fans, you, to give you a more inside look at each song in its detail, in its entirety. I've been pretty much working on this album for the past 4 years. A lot of hard work, dedication. There's a lot of crazy shit that went on behind the scenes that delayed this album. My own health scares. Pretty much I was overseas in India. Couldn't feel nothing below my neck. It was real crazy, you know? Performing over there and not being able to feel nothing below my neck. Shit was crazy, and went to a depression and suicidal state. Pretty much almost crashed my own car on H.E.R. Drive in Chicago. Just couldn't take the fucking pain anymore, you know? Of not knowing what was going on, not knowing everything that was happening. And over time, everything got better. And here I am now, about to release the second project. So let's get to it, the weekend. So the weekend, you know, the weekend, I wanted my cake and I wanted to eat it too. This album, Red Wine, particularly, is about one female that I was involved with. She knows who she is. She was his teacher. That's all I'm gonna say. And you know, we fell for each other real quick. Shit crashed and burned and it ended quick. And you know, I didn't think that it would happen like it did, but it did. And you know, like I said, we both wanted our cake and we wanted to eat it too. part where just everything just went sideways. Found out about other people that was involved in both of our lives, and it just crashed and burned. So I wrote that song the weekend just to pretty much like vent out like my feelings and expressions towards that whole scene, like that whole relationship in the beginning when everything just fell apart. So that's the weekend. You know, things change, people change, but their feelings, they just stay the same. That was definitely the case for me, you know. Things change with me and her, and my feelings, they just stayed the same. And that was just the craziest part. Like, I couldn't break those feelings for her, like the feelings of love that I have for her, the connection, the bond that I have for her. It was just, it was just crazy. And just looking back on it now, you know, I do wish that I could go back and like change different things. But at the same time, I'm glad that I haven't, because without those experiences, like, this album wouldn't be, Red Wine wouldn't be if it wasn't for her. So I wrote that song pretty much out of like frustration and anger, because I had nobody to like really talk to and like vent to, you know. You know, being an artist and having like a magnifying glass on you, people watching your social media feeds and everything, especially in today's society now, like one wrong fuck up could mess you up for years to come, even down the line. Like, you all know you can't vent on social media like you want to, especially if you're a public figure or an entity of such, you know. So I was just like, you know, fuck it, I'm gonna put it in my words, and put my words in my lyrics, and put it into a masterpiece of creation. And that's what I did when things change, you know. I just wanted to express that realness, because that's what it is at the end of the day. Like, people split up, oh, I'm over him, I'm over her, and knowing damn well that you ain't, you know. And that's the song that, you know, if you are going through that whole breakup in that situation, like, you can rock to that song, like, you know, that's me, you know, and it'll help you get through it, you know what I'm saying? So that's what Things Change is. That song is for you. This next song is real special to me. It's gonna sound kind of crazy. Hallucinations. This is actually definitely a true story for sure. It's a personal experience I had. So I pretty much, when me and her, we split in the building. I had met another girl, and she stayed in the same building, right? I didn't know at the time, like, she stayed there until she invited me over. And she lived a couple floors up. And that night, she went out with her girls while I was over there. And like I said, things change, people change, but feelings stay the same. My feelings were still the same for her, but yet I was involved with somebody new. Her apartment was set up the same way, the same layout. Like, you know how you stay in apartment buildings, you got the same floor plans and shit. So, you know, I'm in there, and people know I love bourbon. So I was just drinking, just pretty much like trying to cope with my feelings and shit. And all of a sudden I started like hallucinating, and I started seeing her like walk through the house. You know, she'd come out the shower and everything, looking good, you know what I'm saying, you know? And, you know, her picturing her saying, you know, come here, you know, help me with this, that. her in the kitchen. She'd come out the kitchen, how she would do, she'd massage my shoulders, say, baby, you know, how was your day and everything, you know, just stuff like that. Like I started hallucinating, seeing like, not only myself, but her. And, you know, I just wrote the song pretty much like based off my trippy feelings, like about what was going on with that. So hope you enjoyed that. You know, white lilies, that was her favorite flower, you know. And I wrote that song in commemorations of not only our relationship, but like it was like a delusional record. Like I was delusional at the time, like everything was happening. Pretty much like the record Stuck on Stupid, which is on this album as well. I was just pretty much delusional about the whole relationship and the breakup and everything, and pretty much like expressing my anger and my hatred towards her choice of everything happening, like us splitting apart and our separation when we did, and me trying to work things out, and it really not like working out. So it's just pretty much in remembrance of like our relationship. So you know, definitely cheers to that. Oh man. So Cali. Cali is a record. I wanted to create like a chill vibe as well. Like I didn't want it to just be like, oh, heartbreaking romance, like a male Sade version of the, you know, the new wave. Pretty much like I didn't want it to be all that. And pretty much like Cali was one of those records, like that was my ultimate goal, like to build everything in my career for us, to where we would relocate to Cali and in the hills of Cali, you know, the American dream pretty much. And you know, in the lyrics it says, I can show you things you never seen in the hills of Cali. So I just wanted to show her like the finer things in life versus like the shit that we see every day in Chicago. The killing sprees, the murders, the police brutality, injustice, you know, all that shit. Like I just wanted to like get us far away from it. And Cali is one of those records where, you know, I just wanted to create a vibe on the album. Something that you can vibe to. Like one of them, you know, them records that you can just sit back and just close your eyes and just picture yourself there in the hills of Cali. Like I painted the picture perfectly in the lyrics. And that's definitely one of my favorite songs on the album. Is Cali for sure. Stuck on Stupid. Oh my God. Stuck on Stupid. Originally I wrote this song for Chris Brown for his album. I wanted to like attempt to pitch this to him for his Heartbreak on the Full Moon album. But I kept it for myself because it was a true life story. Like I was stuck on Stupid pretty much for her. Like regardless of what like people were saying, like leave her alone, get over her. You know how people would try to like put their 2 cents into your relationship and you try to like give advice and shit. Like they know like how you feel. They really don't know like the feelings and the connection that you had to the person that you was with. It was like, you know, I wanted to write a record pretty much expressing those type of feelings. Like you separated from the person, but you can't really like get over them. Like it's something about them. Like you stuck. Like it's like you stuck on Stupid for them. And Like, no matter what people said, like, leave her alone or whatever the case was, like, I couldn't. I just, it was like I had to, like, call her, like, say, what's up, how are you doing? Check on her, make sure she was good. Even though she didn't want to be bothered, it was like fuck, you know. I just wanted to be there for her, regardless of her relationship with somebody else. Like, that's the kind of love that I have for her. Yeah, that was the kind of love that I have for her. You know what I'm saying? And things could be different. They definitely would. Faded. Ooh, girl, that's oh, God. Oh my gosh, Faded. Is this song platinum yet? Cause oh my God. Faded is one of them records where you fall so deeply in love with the person that you just fucking just faded. Like, it's like being intoxicated by their love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're just so drawn to them, but you're just so high off the love and the energy and the feeling that they give you. You know what I'm saying? So when I was around her, like, those were the type of feelings that I had. Like, I was just so drawn to her. I was so connected to her. I was so attached to her. Just the feeling that she gave me, like the high energy that she had, the words that she would speak to me, like she would speak like life into me. Like, when I would feel down, you know, I was just faded, like, off her love, off of everything that she would do, like her touch, everything was just so on point. And it pretty much, like I said, it had me stuck on stupid. That was one of the reasons why it had me that way, because I was just so faded, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely wrote that record pretty much to, like, express my feelings for her and the type of connection that I have for her, you know what I'm saying? Because it was a deep connection. And like I said, this album is pretty much about her, you know? Hopefully it definitely can relate to you as well.